It'd be no stretch to say that the internet has been one of the most revolutionary and disruptive technologies in history, and with that, has obviously had a profound impact on the way that we do everything from how we listen to music, how we watch movies, how we talk to each other, and arguably, most importantly, how we invest in dividend stocks. Long gone are the days of trekking it to the library to get your hands on some financial literature. Now, we can just look everything up on the internet, and we are also fortunate enough to have at our disposal a wide range of free and easily accessible tools to help us in our quest to invest in the best dividend stocks, which brings me to the topic of today's video. In this one, I'm going to be sharing with you 4 free tools that are really going to make your life easier when it comes to doing your stock research, when it comes to tracking your portfolio, and I really think all of these tools can help you become an overall better investor. So without further ado, let's get into it. All right, guys, now the first free tool I want to share with you is none other than Seeking Alpha, which is hands down my favorite investing website ever. Seeking Alpha pretty much has everything you need to do your stock research. And as you can see here, we're taking a look at Apple, and just right here, right in front of you, you can see Apple's share price performance across pretty much every time period, 1 year, 5 year, 10 year, even down to the day and to the week. Scrolling down, Seeking Alpha also gives you access to tons of different analyses and news on pretty much any given stock that you can think of, which is just an invaluable resource. And there is a free and premium version of this website. With the free version, you get access to 5 different analyses and news articles per month, but with premium, you get access to unlimited. There's no cap on it. And if you guys are interested in trying Seeking Alpha Premium, there is a link in the description of this video that will help you save $40, nice chunk of change off, and it's totally worth it. Anyway, getting back to this, guys, scrolling up, another thing that Seeking Alpha provides is financial data for the last 5 years if you're using the free version, the last 10 years if you're using the premium version, and you get access to any company's income statement, their balance sheet, which is huge, and then their statement of cash flows. And furthermore, I mean, if you hover over some of these right here, it'll actually tell you what these terms mean. So it's a really great resource and a really great tool to help you learn more about this stuff as well. One of the other really great benefits to using Seeking Alpha is you can listen to any company's earnings calls right here within the platform. If you just click something like this, it'll pull up the earnings call, and then you can also scroll along and read the transcript as well, which is something that I like to do with a margarita in hand. Seeking Alpha also gives you access to tons of valuable valuation metrics like the PE ratio and how they compare to other stocks within the sector, or even compared to, the companies you're looking at on a historical 5-year average. You can look at the price to sales, the price to book, the price to cash flow, pretty much any valuation metric you want to look at. It's right here in front of you on the website. And most importantly for us dividend investors, Seeking Alpha gives you insight on any company's dividend stats if they pay a dividend. So right here on this is called the dividend scorecard page, you can see the forward dividend yield, the payout ratio, the 5-year growth rate, the dividend growth, and all sorts of information on how much a company is going to be paying a dividends, when they're going to be paying it, and how frequently they pay it as well. And we can even see other metrics, like you can take a look at the dividend growth to try and forecast what your yield on cost might be down the road, showing the growth rates, showing the dividend safety score, which is huge. And even dividend history, you can go back and see on a quarter by quarter or a month by month basis how much a company has paid in dividends and when they paid them as well. And it even gives you access to this really handy chart right here, so you can, go in like that and see how a company's been able to grow their dividend. And in closing with Seeking Alpha, I will leave it at this. If I was stranded on a desert island, it could only bring one investing platform, it would hands down be this one. I'm on Seeking Alpha multiple times every single day. I truly feel it's been huge for my development as an investor, and it's a great place to do any sort of continued learning in stock research. All right, guys, now moving on to the second free tool I want to share with you today. We are talking about the dividendtracker.com, which was created by one of my homies, JJ Buckner, who has a couple channels here on YouTube, both of which I would highly recommend. And like how Seeking Alpha had everything you need to do your stock research, I believe the Dividend Tracker has everything you need to track your dividend portfolio. And as you guys can see right here, the very first thing you'll notice that they have is a performance chart, which is super helpful. You can see it across all time periods, 1 month, 3 month, 1 year, if it loads right here, there we go. And right here, front and center, it'll tell you some really essential stats for all of us dividend investors. We got our dividend yield right here, our yield on cost, we've got our income for the current month, and then we have our total projected annual income. Super helpful, always like to see that front and center. And scrolling down right here, it also gives us some pretty essential insight to all of the different stocks in our portfolio. We can see how many shares we have of each, the total profit and loss, the average cost per share, the dividend yield of each individual holding, as well as the annual dividend income from each holding. Now moving on, guys, one of my favorite features on this website is the payout calendar right here, which is included in both the free version and the premium version of this website. But as you guys can see, it's going to show you your projected dividend income for every single year, and also scrolling down, it'll show you just a full laid out payout calendar, so you can see which dividends are paying paying in which months. And so like in August, for example, I can look at this and say, I've got AbbVie coming in, I've got EPD, I've got JEPI, I've got Lowe's, I've got all these other payments coming in this month. And it just helps you keep track of how much income you can expect to receive and, you know, where those payments are coming from. Just a really helpful tool. One of the other things that I really like about this website right here is the diversification page. But on this page, you'll see how well your portfolio is diversified by sector. We can see here that like real estate makes up a big percentage of my portfolio. Consumer staples or consumer defensive, as they call it here, makes up an even bigger percentage, and so on and so forth. And we could break it down even by industry, which I don't personally use as much, but breaking it down by individual holding is also, you know, very important. So we can see Realty Income right here is a big chunk of my portfolio. We can see over here Johnson & Johnson's kind of a chunk, about 5%. And all of this just helps you paint a better picture of where your portfolio is at. And like with Seeking Alpha, there is a free and there is a premium version of this platform. And some of the perks that you might get from signing up for the premium version, which I believe is $10 a month, you'll get access to their stock research tool, so you can look up financial information and stuff in here as well, just kind of like as you would on Seeking Alpha. And also you get access to a private Discord community where you can chat with other investors, which, guys, is a super, super helpful thing to have, just to have a community of other investors to bounce ideas off of. And like I said, with the premium version, you'll get access to all of these things and more, and I believe it comes out to about $10 a month. But whether you want to check out the free or the paid version, there is a link in the description. All right, now moving on, getting into the third free tool that, at least for me, has probably been one of the most essential, one of the most invaluable things. We are talking about Discord, joining a free Discord group. And I know I briefly talked about Discord a moment ago with the Dividend Tracker, but guys, I've also created an entirely free Discord group that's filled now with over 1,000 different dividend investors. And in case you don't quite know what Discord is, it's just a messaging app, and all we're doing is talking dividend stocks, sharing our research, sharing our stock ideas, sharing our analyses on different companies. It's just a really uplifting, positive community. And I know, guys, if you're like me, like you don't know too many people, if any, in your like daily physical lives that are actually into this stuff. So being able to have a community, a group of people behind you that understand the journey you're on and reaching financial freedom, it's just essential. And also, like I said, I've been able to learn so much just from interacting with the members of this group, and everyone's so nice. But like I said, guys, if you want to join, all you need to do is click the link in the description. And once you do, it'll take you right into the group. It's called the Dividenders Discord group, as you can see right here. And you'll start off right here on this welcome page. And what you need to do, you can see all these different chats over here on the left-hand side. You won't have access to these immediately. What you need to do, it's very simple, stay with me, just read these rules real quick, and then what you need to do is click this green icon all the way down here. And once you click that, guys, it will open up access to all of the other chats. All right, guys, and moving on to the fourth free tool that will really help you as an investor. When I'm daydreaming about retiring off of dividends, living off my passive income, which is something that happens often, this is the first place I go. And I'm talking about the MarketBeat.com dividend calculator. And what this does is it allows you to forecast how much dividend income and how much, you know, your portfolio will be valued at over a long period of time. So I'm going to put in some stats on my own portfolio right here. So right now, my portfolio is sitting at about $39,000, guys. My annual dividend yield is about, I'd say about 4.5%. I think at this point, I'm contributing $600 a month. So that's about $7,200 per year. Distribution frequency will go quarterly. I'm going to say that across the board, my stocks are growing their dividends by an average of 7% every year. Let's put this tax rate up a little bit higher. We'll do, 25% just to be a little more conservative. And then we'll also be conservative on the share price performance. We'll say 6%. And let's see what my portfolio is going to be looking like in 20 years if I just keep on keeping on as I have been. All right, so scrolling down, guys, I can see that, just after 10 years, instead of bringing in about $1,784 per year in dividends, I will be bringing in nearly $10,000. And in the 11th year, it will be over $10,000, and my portfolio will be valued at over $230,000. So really nice there. But if we scroll down to the very bottom, 20 years from now, when I am 49 years old, if I just keep on going at the same rate that I have been, my portfolio will be bringing in $32,396.20 and will be valued at $657,183.94. And having said that, if you guys would be interested in seeing how much dividend income I actually brought in this last month, then check out this video right over here. In July, I brought in just over $100 in passive dividend income. And in this video right over here, I am showing you every single individual payment and which companies they came from. So click right over here, and I'll see you in the next one.